Hi! Welcome to episode 3 of Serenity Massage and Energy Works Wellness Series. I am your host, Julia Lawrence, and we are going to talk some more about crystals. The other day I mentioned the doctrine of signatures, and some people were wondering about what exactly that might be. And it's an old-timey method of determining what something might be good for. The doctrine of signatures basically states that you can determine what something might be useful for by its inherentness, by its shape, by its color, by its name. So for instance, lungwort, which is an herb, is good for the lungs. Now, when you're talking about crystals, the name thing isn't exactly going to work unless you know a lot of Latin, which many of us do not know. So another aspect of the doctrine of signatures has to do with color. And you, you have to know a color system, or at least have a color chart available for you to reference. But it's very simple. The one that I use has to do or is associated with the chakras. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, violet, white, all of those, black even. I use a system of 9 chakras that start with the feet and go above the head. But so a color chart that has to do or is associated with the colors can help you determine what's going on, and also its associated energies. For instance, the heart chakra. It is green. So anything green will help things with grief, help things with relationships, help things with emotional boundaries or emotional stability. So you can wear green or find like malachite, which is a type of green stone, aquamarine, also a green stone. There are several more green stones that you could find that would be useful. So the doctrine of signatures basically says that you can partially determine what something is good for by its inherentness. So color, shape, name. And with crystals we go with color more than anything else. Now, if you had a heart-shaped tiger's eye, that's probably going to give you courage in an emotional way. You can bring that energy into your heart chakra. So a color chart, which I'm going to put up here, is super handy to help you determine which crystals would be good for what. And I know that we talked a little bit about crystals the other day, but I wanted to make sure that those who don't necessarily have a lot of experience working with crystals had something to go off of other than the ginormous books that I mentioned. So the color chart is really handy. You can find them online. You can look at the one that I'm posting, whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. Now, that being said, crystals can be used for all kinds of healing parts of the body emotionally. If you have a lower chakra issue, so the lowest trunk chakra is the root chakra, and it is red, and it has to do with survival. So fear, fighting, sexual drive, not necessarily the act of sex or creation or reproduction, but the drive. It's also your motivation, your life motivation. So if you're having an overabundance or an underabundance in that area, red crystals are incredibly handy. So red jasper, ruby, red spinel, that kind of thing laid on the root chakra, and you breathe that energy in, envision that energy coming into your body. And that will bring balance. It will help bring balance. Now, are crystals an end-all be-all? No. Should they replace any medicines or medical advice your doctor has given to you? Absolutely not. But they are an adjunct modality. They are something to help you along in your process of becoming a better person, of becoming a more healed person, a more complete person. So again, my name is Julia Lawrence. We're going to talk about lots of things in this wellness series. We may hit on chakras here coming up a little more in-depthly. If you have a topic that you really want me to talk about, drop a line in the comments and I'll be more than happy to address that. You have a good day. Be well.